Right, so for this problem, we have the ratio of the number of female participants to the number of male participants at the party is 4 to 9. So we have the ratio 4 to 9. We are not given the information of how many number of female participants in real life or the number of male participants in real life. But as you know, the real numbers usually is multiplied by some numbers. We'll call it x right here. Okay, so the real number should be like 4x to 9x. Okay, so if there are 30 more male participants than female participants, calculate the total number of people who attended the party. So in this case, these situations, we are given that the 9x minus 4x, that's equals to 30. Okay, because the male participants minus the female should be 30. Okay, right, so in this case we'll just simplify it to 5x equals to 30 and x equals to 6. The question asks to calculate the total number of people who attended the party. The total number of people should be the number of male plus female, and in this case should be 9x plus 4x. Okay, but x now we know it's 6, so we replace x with 6, so we get 54 plus 24. This time we are discussing ratio involving 3 quantities. So in these situations, we want to deal with 2 ratios at a time. So if you're given that x to y is 11 to 8 and y to z is 6 to 7, calculate x to y to z. So x to y is equals to 11 to 8. Y to z is 6 to 7. Now we need to find a common number so that we can combine the x to y to z. Okay, let's take a look if we can simplify this or we make it a common number. So let's make y common. How do we make y the same? Well, you can use you can multiply 8 to 6, or you can use the lowest common multiple. In this case, they both can be multiplied to be 24. So for 8 you multiply by 3, for 6 you multiply by 4. Okay, so on the left side, if you multiply by 3, you also need to multiply by 3 right here, so you get 33. On the right side, you multiply by 4, it's 6 multiplied by 4, then 7 is also multiplied by 4, so you get 28. Okay, so in this case, x to y to z should be 33 to 24 to 28. Okay, can we simplify it further? I don't think so. Okay, so we can just like leave it there. Alright, so they're asking what is x to z on part 2. So x to z, if we get the ratio from part 1, that will be 33 to 28. Okay, can we simplify this ratio? Not really. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that. Alright, so for this problem, we have a sum of money is divided among Bernard, Li-Ting, and Yihao in the ratio of 9 to 8 to 7. After Bernard gives $25 each to Li-Ting and Yihao, the ratio becomes 16 to 17 to 15. So on the first part right here, let's write down in mathematical notations. Bernard to Li-Ting to Yihao is 9 to 8 to 7, and this is the simplest ratio. Okay, the second sentence telling you what happened to the real amount, right? So we're gonna deal with the real ratio right here, and we from the previous example we see that to get the real ratio they have to be multiplied, right, by a multiplier. Let's call m as the multiplier here. So then Bernard real's money should be 9 times m, Li-Ting's real money should be 8 times m, and Yihao real money should be 7 times m. Okay, so here we're given that Bernard is giving 25 each to Li-Ting and Yihao, where Li-Ting now will have her money 8 times m plus $25. Yihao would have 7 m plus $25, while Bernard is actually losing $50, right? 25 plus 25, so 9m minus 50. Okay, this is after ratio. Okay, now after that, the ratio, right, the simplest ratio becomes 16 to 17 to 15. Okay, so let's use all these three ratios, right, the new one, to solve our problems. We're gonna deal with two ratios at a time, so we'll just focus on this part. Okay, so that will be 9m minus 50 over 8m plus 25 equals to 16 over 17. Okay, we can use cross multiplication, so you get 17 times 9m minus 50 equals to 16 times 8m plus 25. Okay, if you do the algebra correctly, you should get 25m equals to 1250. So then m equals to 50. Okay, so let's go up here and conclude our questions here. They ask you to calculate the amount of money Bernard had at first. So Bernard at first had 9m, which is equal to 9 times 50, which is $450.